Well, hello YouTube, how you going? It's another YouTube video. This is going to be a review on my, I believe it's the C910 webcam, which I've been meaning to do a review on, and I did show people on my setup, my newest setup video, a little while back, but, to be honest, I thought, fuck, I might as well do it, I might as well do a general video on it. This has also got dual mic, or stereo mic, from what I can tell. It's got dual mic on it, dual settings and everything else, all the stuff that you'd normally expect on it. Your normal effects and everything else. Like just a big list of things, basically, that it has. It's not too bad, though. I found it pretty good so far. I'm thinking, well, okay, it's got the normal sound effects that you get. On top of that, it's also got the dual mic, which is pretty cool. I didn't think they'd actually include that as a feature, but they did apparently, so it was interesting. I'll also put up a couple more of my videos for revenue as well. I'll just go to the website. I'll go to the Logitech website and I'll just have a quick squeeze, because I mean, it's packed with features. I mean, I looked at a couple of the other ones, and this one was a bit cheaper, saying that I think it was around the same price as the same talking one. Or it was mislisted. I'm not sure at the time whether it was mislisted, or maybe I just wasn't looking at the listing at the time when I did it. But I mean, for what the webcam can do, which is 1080p, it's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty marvelous, to be honest. That's my honest opinion. What else we got? Okay. Alright, well, basically it's got all your, set features, basically. I mean, it's in the sense of features that you want to use for different things. The 1080p is pretty good for recording video. Yeah, no. So far I've had no issues with it. It's been great with all the different messenger services that I use. MSN, Skype, otherwise, they're all fine, and they all seem to work properly. Yeah, I haven't had anything else. I haven't had anything else that, or any issues per se with the camera. It picks up pretty well, good video, not choppy or anything like that. I mean, of course, it's all going to depending on the connection and depending on what messaging service you're using. Of course, you're going to get a little bit of choppiness occasionally. But anyway, aside from that, I picked up a water cooling kit recently. There's going to be a double review actually on two different products, but the webcam itself and the way that I found, I mean, I'm recording this on the dual mic at the moment just to see what it sounds like personally. That's just so I can see if it comes out very good. Now, I picked up a water cooling kit, which is the, if I can see the box, hold on a second. I'll show you what it looks like. Which is the H70 core, or the H70. I'll be honest, I don't like the bracketing system on it. I really don't. I hate it. There could be a better bracketing system. Saying that, I think the H80 has a newer bracketing system, which is much easier to work with, supposedly. But the bracketing system on this is workable. I mean, you could still use it, but it's annoying trying to get it on and off and things like that. The actual cooling part of it, once you've got the initial heatsink on, I'll just have a quick squeeze. I'm getting temps of about, well, my previous heatsink was the, you may have known. Was the Cooler Master V8 air-based heatsink, which was okay for what you used it for, but it just just didn't provide as much cooling as this one does, because apparently at the moment I'm at 36 degrees while recording this video. It's 36 degrees for the CPU, which is pretty good. It's doing 29 and stuff like that. But I have overclocked considering. I did overclock the computer a bit because I knew I could do it with water cooling. Yeah, it's been running really well, like in the sense of temperatures. Temperatures have been great. The radiator works well. The only thing I might see if I can do is get an extra fan for the radiator, because it's supposed to have two. Well, it's not supposed to have two fans, but it would be recommended you have two fans. I do have one set of fans sucking the air out from the radiator, but I'd probably feel better if I actually got another fan. But the only reason I didn't get another fan is because I just didn't have any fans at the time, or the particular fan I wanted. No, what was the reason? No fans were included with the H70. I picked it up because it was cheap at the time, so yeah, price-wise anyway. But the actual price, I think the only thing I'm concerned about is, yes, at the moment one of my video cards is running a bit hot, the other one's fine, but saying that could be related to if I put that extra fan on, it might push the air or pull the air in for the radiator and everything else, and sort of make things a bit cooler. Aside from that, the water cooling has been great. Anyway, in any case, I will show it to you so you know. This is, of course, the water cooling, as you can see. Of course, there's a radiator in the corner, and the actual radiator and everything else, and all the other stuff works nicely. As for anything else that I've been doing, picked up a new drive as well, a new Blu-ray drive, which is just basically a combo drive, which is about $70 or less, probably less than that actually. As I said, anyway, that water cooling is cool. This new webcam is pretty gnarly so far. So far, so good. It records quite well. It does pretty good with most things that I'm doing with, so I'm pretty happy, and I'm not annoyed. I'm pretty happy actually. So that's the main thing. Right. If I can just grab it. Oh, get them off anyway. This is the Wrath Tactic headset, which I think some of the actual writing is fading on one side. Shows you how much I've been using it. The Wrath Tactics Sound Blaster headset. Now, the marvelous thing about this, and because I'm not using it, I can show you, is it's got detachable mic, which is pretty damn handy, especially when I do different things you do. So, now, the thing about this is that it's a very comfortable headset to wear. It's a very good headset to use in general. I've got a bit of plastic over there. I didn't realize there was a bit of plastic on it. So there you go, no problem. But the actual headset itself, in the sense of use, got great range. I know because I put the sensor about here, about this distance from the computer, or from my computer with my towels over there. So probably about that distance. So near the door basically. So if I go out into the kitchen or something, I can sort of talk to people on Skype and do other things, especially when I'm using my messaging services. What else have I got on here? Creative Labs. I mean, basically the actual speakers, beautiful bass. I must admit, wonderful bass, marvelous, spectacular bass. It's good bass in the sense of when you're listening to music, other things as well. You can also auto-tune it with the onboard software, or the software that you're given, or is downloadable from the Creative website. Aside from that, what else have I been mucking around? Well, as I said, I got the new case, the Corsair 600T, which is a pretty good case. Didn't take me that long to install everything into the system. The cooling sense is pretty good. when I was just using it with air cooling, I was getting good temperatures and nothing was really spiking really high. But yeah, until recently, so I think, saying that, I think I need to blame my computer because there might be a little bit of dust in the video card. That might be the reason I'm getting high temperatures now on the video card. I wasn't getting them before, but it could be any number of reasons why I'm getting them. So the ventilation is pretty good, but I just think it's more to do with. I'm thinking it's more to do with airflow near the card. So what I'm thinking is I might get that other 120mm fan and screw it in, or grab one. I'm pretty sure I do have one around here. I'll have to find one. When I find one, I'll probably whack it on there. Yeah, that's right. That shouldn't be an issue anyway. I'll do that. In any case, I've probably got another fan lying around. I'm just a bit too lazy at the moment to actually put the damn thing on. Mind you, I will do it, but aside from that, look, what else? I've been mucking around with this webcam, mucking around with a few interesting games as well on my Steam. Plus the Xbox a little bit, not as much as the Xbox as I was before. Saying that, I am a little more pedantic about my computer than most people. I'm a little bit more pedantic about my internet than most people. But yeah, it comes from me being a tech and a bit obsessed. Well, I am obsessive. OCD. Simple as that. Aside from that, we've got that beautiful headset which works marvelously and picks up quite well and has a good mic too. Water cooling is fucking spectacular. I do love it. It is an absolute marvel, and I've got to admit, my system runs a lot cooler in the CPU department than it ever did before. This is even, and I'm talking about, this is the fact that I've overclocked as well, and I have noticed a marked difference in temperature. Saying that, I don't know. In my previous case, I think it was all based on wind, like air flow. But in this case, it's not as much. I mean, well, it's not now, but when I previously got the case, everything was running fine. Temperatures are reasonable, about 47. But saying that, the CPU is running, I think it's 37 now, and it runs between that temperature in a given situation. So that's what I'm really liking about that kit. The only thing is, next time if I do upgrade to a newer water cooling kit, I will probably get the H80 or the H100. 110 or 100. It's either one of those numbers. But my point is that I'll probably most likely get one of those because they're a lot easier to work with. In terms of the clip system, oh, that's retarded. That's all I got to say about it. It's fucking retarded. I mean, you know, it's I've never liked Intel heatsinks because they don't have the clip system. But saying that, I can still work with Intel heatsinks, but that thing was very frustrating to actually clip on properly and get it clipped onto the motherboard properly. And I felt like it was, it just didn't feel, you know, like, I mean, once you got it on there, once it's all screwed in, fixed onto the board, it's fine. But when you're trying to get the damn thing in there, it's like, how the fuck are you supposed to? It's like, it says turn counterclockwise, but it's not as simple as it makes it out to be, which is stupid, but it's true. I'm just sitting there, fuck, piece of crap. Anyway, but it is an older system, and saying that, with the newer ones that they released, which I did go for an older kit. I admit that I went for an older kit and probably should have gone for the newer one, to be honest. Probably would have been the smarter choice, but I went with what was available and what I had the money for at the time. Saying that, it's a bad little game. I mean, for the fact that it cools the system quite well, it does Intel plus it does AMD heatsinks, and it cools very well. Especially even when you're overclocking. I mean, I think I went to 4 GHz or something like that. I think I managed to get the processor to 4 GHz. and it was quite, and it runs quite cool, which is good. As I said, the only thing I'll probably do is attach an extra fan. But whether I'll get an actual matching fan that goes with the radiator is another question. I might just grab one from up on top of my cupboard or something like that. Grab that down and whack that in there. I don't know. At some point I will. Probably fairly soon, if I'm in the mood. There is moments where I'm in the mood and there's moments where I'm not. I'll admit I'm a lazy person, but I'm not overly lazy, but sometimes I don't always do things immediately. Like, if I feel something's really important, yeah, sure, I'm going to do it, but I'm not always that. But then sometimes I can be totally pedantic about something. But anyway, not the point, not the point. This webcam, beautiful so far. Done's very, I mean, as I said, so far, I haven't had any faults with it in the sense of video chat and things that when I've been chatting to people, they've been able to see me clearly. It's been coming through clearly. It does the 1080p, it does the 720p. In the sense of recording videos, this is just my first test, obviously. And of course, the mic. This is my first test as well, so we're just testing it out, seeing what the mic picks up, basically. What else? What else? What else? What else? I showed you a few new items that I got, didn't I? I think I did. But this, which is my Android, which it's not the top of the line one. It's a HTC one, but it's not the top of the line one. But it does pretty well, and it works pretty well, and gets my Yahoo, gets all my services. The only thing I could have a little, well, not, I wouldn't say complain, I would say more along the lines that I'm annoyed with, is that Vodafone's coverage is a little bit crappy sometimes in certain areas of Canberra. But that's, I don't know whether that's because of upgrades. I don't know the specific reason for it, but I mean, there could be any number of reasons. Saying that, most of the time, if you want really, I mean, most people have said to me in the past, if you want really good coverage, go with Telstra. But I've always had Vodafone, so that's never been an issue. I don't know. So Vodafone seems to work for me. Most of the people I know have Vodafone anyway. So anyway, not an issue. So that's a good phone. I'm just charging it at the moment because I've got to work tomorrow. Help out, do some volunteer work. It's good to help those in need. What else? What have I been doing? A combination of different things, to be honest. Yeah, no, pretty good. I don't know. Waiting for GTA 5 to be released. I mean, that's next on the top of the list of my games that I will be playing next. It definitely goes on the top of my list. Would be GTA 5. GTA 5 is a spectacular, or looks spectacular from what I can tell, and graphics-wise, and it looks like it's going to be very, very interesting in storyline as well. What the hell else have I been doing? Working, pairing and stuff, helping out. Oh, we all have family. We'll have different bits and pieces we're going to do. BMX. What else we got? I've been playing the original GTA, Black Ops bot matches, Black Ops Online, combination of different things really. Leave that over there. What else? James Bond, Bloodstone, Jurassic Park. I looked at the new. I actually bought the new Jurassic, or one part of the release part of the Jurassic Park game, which is not bad. Played that for a while. Not a bad game. Not a bad game. Pretty playable. I mean, it's pretty much, which most people describe it as hard rain, except it's not as, doesn't have as much detail per se. Also, I picked up Serious Sam 3, which I think I've already mentioned previously. Any new games? Well, oh yes, Modern Warfare 3. I had a bit of a rant about it, but that I think Modern Warfare 3's come along a bit since then. I think the actual server issues might have been fixed. I haven't played multiplayer for a while because I got pissed off and I got frustrated and I fuck it, I'm just not going to go back. I'm just going to wait until they fucking fix it. So, I haven't played that as much. Payday Heist. Payday Heist was okay. Not a bad game. They're not the greatest either. I mean, generally playing it, it was mostly bank robberies. You've got to figure things out. I think I played for only the first couple of levels or level or so or whatever. I just bought it because it was a reasonable price at the time. So I thought bugger, why not? Didn't mind the conjecture of fantasy to rob a bank. Duke Nukem Forever. I think I already said something about that before. New games I'm looking forward to, as I said, GTA 5. And the new Resident Evil game, which is going to be co-op. That looks interesting as well. That actually probably will top my list as well. That'll probably go somewhere on the top. Definitely, I'm going to have to say it's going to go somewhere on the top. Been playing a bit of Team Fortress 2. And The Walking Dead. No, I haven't looked at it yet, if anybody's interested, but I wouldn't mind looking at it, because, I mean, Telltale did a pretty good job with Back to the Future. Jurassic Park, I mean, it's okay, but, I mean, it's only, I mean, saying that, I'm contrary to opinion, I didn't mind the game. It's playable. It has a storyline, but people compared it to another game, which I haven't really played on the PS3, so I can't really... how you going, YouTube? Sorry, I was cut off right at the end of my other video, so I'm sort of going to loop this together and cut it in. You'll see what I mean. You'll do a cut point anyway. I'll cut it together anyway. Yeah, look, I'll leave it at that anyway. Basically, I was just testing to see if everything worked with this new camera. And, yeah, so see how I go. Never know. All good. So far, so good. So temperature's good. Everything else is good. So I'm happy. My water cooling kit is quite marvellous. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to leave it there anyway. Thank you, YouTube. This is a representation video anyway. If you need any more information on the product that I was actually going for, which is the Logitech HD Pro webcam, which is the C910, I believe. C910. Just give us an email, drop us a message if you need any more detail on it. If there's anything in particular you need to know about it. But I mean, to be honest, I've been pretty happy with the product. I haven't seen any major defects. Well, the actual stand thing's nice as well. I mean, the actual way it sits on the monitor, it's very heavy. Good solid build to the camera itself. So yeah, it is well designed. Okay, thank you very much. Bye, YouTube.